Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Talks with Jinesh. In today's episode, we're going to talk about whether you need to buy textbooks. Do you need to actually purchase the full-on textbook, and will that actually help you excel in your first year, or can you excel in your first year without actually having to buy the full textbook? I am right now outside where I'm in office, and I'm just come out to shoot this video and also kind of take a nice break. Masks are mandatory now in Newfoundland, so you cannot be moving around without a mask, and you need to have your mask with you at all times, which is why I've got to have this here. Penalty for moving around without mask, if found guilty, is around I think 6 months or so jail time, and no, I do not want to go to jail. But let's get into the video. You're watching Talks with Jinesh. Let's get started. Answering the real question here: do you actually need a textbook in your first year? Well, for most part, you do not need the first year textbooks. I'll tell you why. When I got here in my first semester, I did buy the books from the bookstore. It was a lot of money. I did purchase them, but what I saw is that the use of the book was not that much. Mostly, what we students studied from was from the notes that was given by the professor. Now, the universities here and the professors here are very friendly. They will prepare notes beforehand, and then they will give you the notes throughout the semester. So you don't actually have to go and hunt down those 300, 600, 2,000 pages books. So that is one of the cool things about studying here. You don't have to go through the big, thick books. You only need a few sections, a few pages to study from, right? So what the professors are going to do is send you notes on our Brightspace account. They will upload the notes for you to study, and you can either print the notes out, or you can just download PDF copies, whichever is more suitable for you. You can even have them on your phone to study from when you're in the bus, or you don't have access to the physical copies. You can directly study it from the phone. So there's lots of convenience out there. Okay, so here is what you need to do before your semester begins. Get a list of all the textbooks you need to purchase, and what this is going to do is give you two advantages. One, you can talk to the professor and directly ask him whether you need this book or not. Two, you will have enough time to do bargaining. You will have, if you are on limited budget, then you will have enough time to go and look at different stores, go to online, check out different websites, see Amazon, eBay, Facebook Marketplace. You will have enough time to do your research and find out where you can buy the cheapest textbook. So keep that point in mind. You want to get a list of all the textbooks you need before your semester begins. This will also help you stay organized. The list of books you can find in the course shell. If you are going to MUN Memorial University, then in the Brightspace account, and click on any course, the course contents will open up. Go and check out the course outline, and the list of books required will be there for every course. If you are going to any university, in your university, whichever you attend, will have some sort of a platform where you can access course materials, and in every course material you will find a course outline which will tell you what books are required for that course. So that is where you can find what textbooks are required. What you can also do is ask your professor two important questions. One, how often is the book going to be used in class? And two, are you allowed to buy an older edition of the book and use that to study from? Now, the reason for this is one, if the professor tells you directly that the book is not going to be used that much in class, then that should directly tell you that if you just study from the notes, or even if you need the book, you can borrow it from someone else, and that should be sufficient, right? But if you have to use the book all the time in class and it is the main source of study, then you can just go ahead and purchase the book. Now, if he tells you that the older edition of the books are available and you should buy them and they're allowed to be used, then you can go to Kijiji or go to, I'll tell you more about the sites you can use for books, but you can look for older editions of books and use them to study. Buying an older edition is going to help you in so many ways. It is going to save your cost, and also when you resell them, you will still get a good amount of money back. For example, the introduction to biology book, I think, is this big, and that is used for your first year here in Newfoundland in Memorial University. And if you buy that book from the bookstore here, they will not charge you any less than $200, I think. But you can also get the same book, maybe I think one edition older or two editions older, from Amazon, and that is only going to cost you around $50 to $60. So you see the price difference. Price difference is huge. So you can take advantage of if the professor allows you to purchase an old edition. Don't have to buy the newer one. If you decide to sell your books back to the bookstore, so the university here, Memorial University, the Man bookstore will also take the books back from you if you want to give it to them. But the money they will give you in return is going to be very little. So it's like pennies on the dollar. You obviously would not make any money from it, but the money that you would get back from them is going to be very little. You can create a sample email just like this on the screen right now. Make sure that you are polite in your email, and surely most professors will understand and will respond to you as well. If the professor will tell you that the book is not used very often, what you can also do is go to the library and pick up the book from there. So library will lend you the books for free. If you are a university student, you automatically enrolled to the library. The membership is free, and so you can borrow books from the library, and once you are finished you can give them back. Usually you would get a 30-day reading period where you can take the book and use it, read it for 30 days, and then you have to give them back at the end of the 30 days. The semester is for 4 months, but exams usually finish after 3.5 months. So the last 2 weeks are just free. So essentially you're only going to be needing the book for around 3 months, and out of which if you can keep the book for 1 month, so you're probably going to be using it for more than 1/3 of the semester, right? And if somehow you can manage to keep it for the entire semester, then you'll have the entire semester to study with the book, and that'll be for free, right? The only issue here is if there are a limited number of copies, the librarian may not allow you to retake those copies or books, because there are other students in line as well in exam time especially, right? There are other students as well who want to study, so the library may only allow you to take that book only say once or say twice in a particular time frame, or you must return it within this time frame. They can impose those restrictions. So what you can do here is look for copies that are reserved only. So these are copies that can only be used within the premises of the library. You cannot take these books outside the library. If you do, then the sirens and all the security features in the library will go off, and everyone will give you the weird stare. You come in the morning, and then you borrow the book, study all day in the library, and once you finish taking your notes, once you finish studying, you can return them back, and then you can safely walk out home. So you can use these copies because they're not allowed to be taken outside, and mostly these books will be available every time you go, unless you happen to go at the time when someone else is using. So yeah, this is another option and another cool thing that I also like about the libraries. I'm just going to take this mask out because it's difficult to speak, but what you can also do is look for websites like Kijiji. There's the Facebook marketplace. A lot of senior students, what they do is they want to resell the book, so they post their book on these websites, Kijiji, Facebook marketplace, and there's so many online websites. You can look over there for the book that you want, and once you find the book, you can negotiate for a nice price as well. Every time I've had to buy a new book, I've always got a pretty good deal, and even when I've sold it back, I've either made the full cost or I've only made more money on the book. So when you get to your second and third year, what happens, you'll just be given links, and through these links you can actually go through to the professor's website and directly take down notes from there. Because when I was doing one of the third year courses in computer science web development, I think, in that the professor just gave us a link to his website. He gave us the user ID and password, and we got all the notes from there. I don't think that there is a need to buy. However, if you are a person that studies from textbooks, then you can go ahead and purchase a book. There's no harm in doing that. You can also resell the book once you've done your semester. We are having a great summer this time. This is September and we still have a lot of heat. It's 25 something degrees right now, which is so good, right? So I don't know how this is like this, but it's never been like this before. And the summer is great. It's a beautiful day. See you around. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. And let me know in the comments what videos I should make next. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode. Talk to you later.